Okay, the Kenmore lid switch, the final solution. This is just a really quick little solution. Please have a look at my video. I'll put a link up just now at the top for the thorough looking at the lid switch situation. But this was my final solution. We did a repair on the lid switch. We actually did a 1 cent repair, stuck a coin onto it in order to get it going. That lasted for 3 days. And then the switch gave out and it didn't work like that as well. So what actually happened, 10 o'clock at night, we were about to leave. We were staying at a friend's place. That's where the washer had played up. And we were just putting on one last load before we left the next morning. So 10 o'clock at night, the washer decided to stop altogether. And as in the switch, totally carked it. Couldn't get it going with a screwdriver. Again, if this makes no sense, have a look at that previous video. You'll see the whole lot. Couldn't get it going with a screwdriver. Couldn't get it going at all. So, you know, it's 10:15, it's 10:20. We've got an early start the next day. And here's our clothes in the washer, and the washer's full of water. Probably someone watching this is in exactly the same situation. Washer's full of water. You push the screwdriver down. Doesn't fix it. Nothing happens. As I said, looking at the switch, couldn't get it apart. You can see here, prodding, plying, being delicate. Couldn't get the switch apart. This time though, we'd already ordered the other part and the washer was stopped full of water. So I just got serious with that switch and just cracked it in half. And when I did it, bits went flying everywhere. Little contact bits came out and popped all over the place. So not for a second, I'm recommending that you do that. But I got it apart, and what I simply did, it's a switch. Switches are either off or on, and this one, when the contacts are not touching each other, that's the same as the lid being up, and when the contacts are touching each other, that's the same as the lid being down. So what I did, I just got all the plastic bits out of the way and basically bent the contacts together. Absolutely jerry-rigged it inside. Now, this is a fire risk, this is dangerous, and I don't recommend you do it. And if you do it, no way you do more than just empty that tub and get your clothes out to end off that cycle. So that's what I did. I just bent the contacts together, like made the switch into a permanent on, put that load through, and then unplugged the machine and disconnected it until the new switch came. So yeah, that was my final solution. So if you're there and you've got a washing machine full of water, full of clothes, you can actually turn that switch into a permanent on situation, but please, no one think that that is a final solution as in that'll fix it. I'll just leave it that way from here on in because that's extremely dangerous. Somewhere, sometime, some kid, something will come along and you're going to need that lid switch operating and working properly. So don't do that, whatever you do. But if you're absolutely stuck and your washer's full of water and you need to get it out, it worked for me late at night, leaving the next day, to just short the switch out. As I said, broke it in half, joined the things together, and then I actually forced it, clipped it all back together again, smashed it with a pair of pliers, screwed it back in place. So it was up there out of the way, so I couldn't hook on the basket or anything like that. So it just, as you're seeing now, I screwed it back into place, all joined on the inside. And it went through the end of the cycle, and then we disconnected it and unplugged it from there. So there you go. The final solution and the last bit of life that switch ever saw. It's now been switched out. Washer's working perfectly. As I said, $9 from Amazon. Those people are on Amazon Prime, so no delivery. Cheap as, new lid switch. Washer's working wonderfully. So there he is, hiding in there. That's inside the lid switch. And I've got this set to spin and the button out.